we are.
The A Show.
Where smart is the new sexy.
And now, April Hunter.
All right. Good evening. Good afternoon. Oh, what did I do? I changed it.
Hey, there it is.
Look, it's like magic. Oh, we're changing. Oh, wait, let me give you. Today we're going to do clouds. Oh, it's a shiny, happy cloud.
I like it.
All right.
Hey, I
We're
found something
going to do
else,
sunset.
too.
We're going to go back to Tampa Bay right there. Oh, hello, everybody. Smart, beautiful, gorgeous people. Speaking of smart, beautiful, gorgeous, I, April Hunter, on the A Show. I am here with smart, beautiful, gorgeous Shelly Martinez and cousin and co-host Eva D. So I'm so happy Shelly is back with us. If you're not familiar, you're an idiot. But Shelly is a professional wrestler, a model, an entrepreneur, and just an all-around, just a how do I put this? An advocate for the 420 lifestyle, right?
Yes.
So am I missing anything? She's also an amazing dog mommy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. I love my babies. Fred and Ethel, rest in peace. I got little Minnie here. She's protecting me because she knows I'm feeling sensitive today. I love it.
Go. And you have a lot going on. You have a contest going on. You have observations about our former lifestyle, which is never boring. There's always drama. So without further ado, let's get into it. Where do you want to start?
Well, first of all, going back to the dog thing, I heard something really interesting, or I read it, and it was this study that I'm probably going to mess it up, but I'll try not to. Like there was people with their dogs, like dog owner and their dog, and then they had strangers come in, and the owner of the dog somehow expresses they need help with something. And so one of the strangers is supposed to help. The other one is supposed to ignore. And the other one, I think it's like they're supposed to be reluctant to helping. And some of them helped and some of them didn't, I think. And so then later they came back with the dog and the strangers had a treat. And they refused to take the treat from the one that did not help knowingly, the owner. And then you can guess how the rest goes. So I was like, dude, I believe this because there's times. And what's so crazy is when I have virtually been around someone that's hurt my feelings recently, and little Miss Minnie's right here, as soon as I see that person, she'll start barking. And it is so crazy.
Wow.
And it's wild. So I gotta throw that out there.
What kind of dog is Minnie?
She is a Chiweenie.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, there's a theory I saw, and I think there's something to it that dogs have, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? I want to say upgraded or, evolved to a different, I want to say dimension or consciousness now to where I think in a way we have devolved a little bit. So they are gaining some of the things that we've lost. So they're gaining psychic abilities, a way to communicate better, the ability to be empathetic, and they're teaching us these things. They're also able to psychically understand what we need and other people around us. So if your dog doesn't trust somebody,
It was
they do
just
way
wild.
better than humans.
It was just wild because recently too, I was somewhere and
Your
I was
cat.
around our cat.
or
There was
anything. Yeah.
there's I was somewhere and there was a bunch of people there, and I kept hearing a man and a woman say my name from kind of afar. Now they could have easily been not talking crap, just like, oh, there's Shelly over there or something like that. And I was like kind of like ear distance, but they were kind of far away. Every time it was specifically those two people, Minnie started barking or growling, and I was like, oh, and that was shortly after I had heard that thing. So I just been testing it, and it's legit, dude. Too legit to quit.
Yeah, you've had that thing too, right, Eva? Like one of your pets did not like your crappy ex, and just sort of
I've had
tried
two
to warn
dogs,
you,
two
right?
rescues. Yes. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Of course they did. I should have seen the signs, but that's my own fault.
But
And
you just
now
go,
I
what's
know
wrong?
better.
What's wrong?
Right.
Exactly.
Stop. No,
Now I
it's like
have
what?
birds, and they
Tell
honestly
me.
do the same thing. Yeah. They don't like somebody, they'll bite them right up front, and they'll scream at them. So something to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Eva has birds. I think they're also,
Yes.
I think all, like a lot of the pets have kind of
Oh yeah.
shifted.
You can call
So,
them familiars if you want.
yeah.
I think so too, because I used to have this hummingbird at my old place I lived at, and this hummingbird would always come, and I swear we would communicate. Like I swear, like it would come, and it was right after Ashley Massaro had passed away, so it was a very delicate time for me. And so when I was trying to just absorb the whole situation, that's when this hummingbird started coming around. And like it would come, and it would just like kind of just look at me. It was so crazy. And I would just stare at the window, and I would just be like, can it feel my feeling? It was wild. I'll never forget that, dude.
I think all animals have an instinct that humans do not. So
Yeah. I think somehow, somewhere along the way, we lost that with, I guess, machine error and then now technology. We just kind of,
Mhm.
we used to be, I guess, more animalistic in a way, which is good and bad, but we had more of the ability to connect to people and feel what they needed, what they were thinking, their intentions. I just think we were more connected before, and now, while we're more connected than ever with these things, I feel like we're more separate. So
Wish we could throw them away
1000%.
someday.
we don't have the thing anymore. We don't have the thing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, that's what's gotten me in trouble, because not that I was trying to always tap into those things that you just mentioned. Just that's just how I've always been since I was a girl. Like I was never one to be like, I really want to make sure that I can help people. Like it's just what it is. It's just I've always absorbed and felt people's energy or whatever. That's why like sometimes when I don't like somebody and they've never done anything bad to me, I don't know them, it really bothers me. And then that's where I'm saying it works against me, because instead of me just saying, I don't know what it is, but I'm trusting my gut, I start
Mhm.
doubting myself. And then like, because of where we're at with society and things like that, and most people have tapped out of that inside of them, it's normal for that. So when somebody like me is like, I don't know what it is, I just and it's like, no, come on, it's na na na, and then I'm treated like I'm crazy, I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm being judgmental or a bitch. And so it's like, I'm grateful that I'm more aware than the average person with those things. And I'm grateful now that I own it, but it took me my whole life pretty much to not feel like I was crazy. And I always thought, yeah, I'm probably crazy. I conformed to what people were feeding me. And then you get at a certain age and you're like, dude, I have a resume of no, bitch, I was right. And it's not an ego thing. Like I was right. It's a no, I'm mad because you try to make me feel like I'm crazy here. You try
Yeah.
to make it like it was
Yeah.
all in my head.
Yeah, we
Oh,
all
yeah.
have that, I think.
Oh
All three
yeah.
of us.
You know, and it's like,
Absolutely.
no, calm
So,
down.
We have done repeated shows about this exact
Oh, yeah.
topic, and I'm going to tell you that I'm 99.9% sure that you're not crazy, and here's why.
No.
Biologically, we pick up on things that mentally we cannot. So we biologically sync up with other people, and when they're off, we can feel it. Even to the point where, here's one example: psychopaths tend to blink slower and less frequently than your average neurotypical or neurodivergent does. So while you may not pick up on that consciously, subconsciously, you're picking up on the fact that somebody is blinking slower, and something biologically is telling you this person's
Something's
not
wrong.
right. Something's
Am
off.
Am I being weird, man?
Something's off
Yeah.
with this person. Right. So this is your body's way, a little hair sticking up on your arms or your back, and you're like, stay away, stay away, stay
Oh
away.
yeah. Put up that bubble. Out. Yeah.
Yeah. We pick
No
up,
personal
there's a
space.
reason why they chose 6 feet of different distance.
Mhm.
So if
Right.
you know or have studied or understand what's called heart math, people sync up biologically within 6 feet of distance, are chemistry and our heartbeats and our biological rhythms, and we are electric beings. So we can sync up to other people. That's why they say, we're connected. We're one. So once you get further away than 6 feet, you get very, very isolated and you can't connect to other people. I believe that was a very deliberate choice to use 6 feet, even though they later said, I don't know why we picked it. We had no scientific reason for picking it. We just did. I think they definitely had a scientific reason for picking it.
You bring up a good point, because there was this time my sister had this job, and there was a chick that was like, would go out of her way to be really mean to her, right? And so they had this Christmas party. I was my sister's +1. So I was like, oh yeah, let's go meet this girl. Let's go meet her.
Blanket party. Fuck her.
And so she comes on over, and my sister's like, oh, this is my sister, Shelly. And I was like, hi, nice to meet you. And then when she went to shake my hand, she went like physically. And like the look on her face was like she was scared. And right now, when you brought that up, that's exactly the moment I went into. I was like, dude, she got too close to me. And her vibe was like, and it was so wild, because I've had a lot of similar encounters like that, but never so, it was so
visceral.
Like obvious that like it made everyone uncomfortable, because it's like, why are you being weird? Why? Like you saw a ghost or something.
Yeah, I like just staring at people.
Shows about you.
You stare at people, you get a little close to them, you're like, I've heard so much about you.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Start flexing.
Yep, there we go. Here's the thing, going back to like right, I haven't done it in a while.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh,
I'm out of
hey,
practice.
there you go. I finally met my match.
I'm out of my practice. But yeah, dude, going back to like feeling things, it's so crazy, because before coming on here, I was coming into the Bat Cave and I was like, dude, I feel like throwing up. And so when I was sitting here, just setting everything up, I was just like, okay.
We have that effect on people when we ask them to be on
Like,
the show.
oh, I'm sorry. I know I haven't met you before.
No. So I was sitting here, and when I was setting up or whatever, and then I went to the link to hook up with you ladies. And then you guys caught me in a moment where I was like staring off, because I started thinking about earlier, what was it, yesterday, I put out this certain tweet, and we'll get into that in a second. And so I looked at my phone when I was sitting here, and I saw all these people arguing in a nasty way. And I was like, dude, that's what it was. But here's the thing. It's crazy, because believe it or not, I've been on Twitter. I forget what year I started. I think it was like 2009, I think. Mm-hmm. So I was very early on. And the reason why a talent agent told me there's this thing called Twitter. You better get on it, because it's going to be big. So I was like, okay. So that's what I did. And so I know a lot of people, like, they'll take Twitter breaks and things like that, or X, whatever you want to call it. I'm calling it Twitter, so get over it if it bothers you.
Because you tweet.
I tweet. You don't.
Right, you tweet. You don't X.
Thank you. So, it's one of those things where people, like friends I've had, were like, I can't be on Twitter. I have to deactivate it. It's too toxic. Even though I've had my shithead people come at me, I've never experienced like the total, like what my friends or other people out there had. And I was like, dude, I'm really, really lucky. So when spurts like this happen, it kind of throws me off. And then that's why when you guys saw me off into the distance, I was like, no wonder why my stomach was hurting. And then I started thinking about the whole thing, because it was like the timeline of where I started to not feel good to where I sat here. That's when these tweets were happening. And so it's like, dude, here's even just strangers, and like I'm getting affected. That's why I say I'm too sensitive to be doing certain kind of gigs and stuff, because I feel people's energy too much, and it's like
detached.
It's too much.
Yeah, I'm with you. And Eva's the same way. She's kind of mastered, for the most part, the detachment. I'm getting there, but for her, it's the people closest to her, like family, still get to her. Not so much social media. For me, I'm trying. Sometimes social media gets to me, and I do back it off, sometimes for days at a time or a week at a time. because I'm the same way. I have to
Mhm.
ebb and flow, and unfortunately, when you have to make a living using it for promoting and for pushing things, it's hard to stay off of it. So there are times where I just go and I try and I put like horse, put the blinders on, just throw things up there and stay off of it, because someone is always willing to fight with you and engage and tell you how stupid you are and how you're not qualified to know shit. My favorite is when I put something up about health, like 30 years in a business that is health related, 30 years of studying health and fitness and nutrition, where our body is our resume, right? And I have, certificates with nutrition, and then people tell me you don't know shit because you're not a doctor. And it's like, well, doctors get 2.5 days of nutrition in 8 years of school. I know more than doctors, actually. So fuck you. So
and they're on Dr. Google is what.
Yeah, and
do.
I guarantee you, if you get your family doctor stripped down naked versus me, you're going to see really obviously which one of us knows more about how to look good and be fit. But someone's always willing to fight. And then I started to realize these data centers, are crazy. Like, they have all these phones hooked up, and 50% of what we're seeing out there, especially in comments, especially like these accounts, are AI now. They're bots, and they're programmed to spread this low vibe, anger, frustration, bullshit, specifically to keep us divided. I started. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, and bad news and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, terrible. They just pick things apart. And I started looking at some of the accounts. Like, you'll see accounts that aren't like a real name. There's no real picture there. It's some, fucktarded account, like, I don't know, leaves and boogers, 42987. There's like a number at the back thing, and they have like 16 followers, or maybe
Or
99
followers, and
or
they're
0
following
followers, or
all
4
these people.
followers. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing. So some of them are super obvious that they are just nothing but bots. And
They
the
should
other
get
ones
better.
are more complex. Yeah, they're going to get better. They're going to get better at appearing less bot-like. But once you get it in your mind that a lot of these are bots, and of course some of them, like what you were talking about, when we talk about stuff in the industry and people fight, and unfortunately, in certain things, wrestlers are always ready to be children and fight about whatever. But
I don't think that's just you guys. That's for sure.
yeah. Well, I think we take the cake. There's a saying that whatever age you get into wrestling, that is the age that you have permanently frozen your maturity.
Okay.
Especially for men. Because in our business, the men are the bitches.
So weird. It's so weird.
And I use the term men very loosely.
Isn't it sad? Isn't it sad?
It's more like boy child, man child. But yeah.
Says a lot.
I can't. And the thing is
date wrestlers.
when I learned about the data farms, if you will, that did change everything for me. Not that it was really affecting me like how I saw it affect other people. Because like I said, for the most part, like there's like two things that people try to throw in my face, and it's just like whatever. I just brush it off. Even when it affects me and maybe it triggers me, like I'm not gonna sit there and fight with people about it. Stupid. Like, why waste my time? So when I learned about these data farms, I'm like, even more of a reason to like, why waste my time? Like, it's so dumb. And then like with this post I put out, like one of the things that I retweeted a wrestling dirt sheet. They asked a question. They asked if a specific wrestler should be let back into wrestling because they got accused of some stuff, blah, blah, blah. And so
may I interject that for those who don't understand wrestling lingo, dirt sheet is considered a kind of a newsletter, but we call them dirt sheets because all they do is dig for dirt, basically.
It's a little gossip, like an OK magazine, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like celebrity gossip, but for wrestling.
Yeah.
So I retweeted this article and I said there's a difference because it was about cancel culture. And I said there's a difference between cancel culture and not taking accountability for your actions. And so it's so funny that like some of the people were like, oh, you would probably just be happy if he just killed himself, or oh, what he should just kill himself. And one of the reasons I'm like, why would you even say that? Like, why? Like,
why so extreme?
What? Yeah, like
there's a lot of mental illness out there, I think.
Oh yeah.
And then my first thought is maybe it's a bot, but maybe not. But the thing is like
Probably
that's how
not.
people are. And it, to me,
wait, how easy would you have been said, yeah, go ahead, kill yourself?
But the thing is
that's why it must have been hard. Whatever, kill yourself. I don't care.
Well, for me, that subject is very sensitive to me because of some of my friends in the past. So when this person,
sensitive to all of us, but Jesus, I mean,
yeah,
it's easier to go, yeah, sure, do it.
Oh yeah, that's really sensitive to me. But like that's why this person writing it to me, it did get under my skin a little bit because it is a sensitive subject, and that's why I was like, I might like why. That's why I not entertained it, but like wrote back, did a reply. I'm like, why would you say that? That's disgusting. And then they kept going, so I was like, dude, whatever, I don't even care. And so when someone else said it, I'm thinking, who said anything about that? And one person was like, who asked you? And then goes to degrade me. You know who asked me? The dirt sheet that put out for everyone to reply to. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. For me, being on Twitter, especially for so long, not only is it a way for me to make my money and stuff like that, but because I've been on it for so long, I've actually enjoyed my like connecting with people or things I'm a fan of, or like how people follow me that's a fan of wrestling and a fan of my stuff. I follow people that I feel that way about. So it's been a very cool, positive thing for me for the most part. And it's just so crazy. I feel like, especially because I'm a woman, that these people came after me when it's like the dude that's in question here did shitty things specifically to women in the business to where they felt unsafe in the locker rooms. Okay. And the thing is I even wrote, because that former wrestler replied to me explaining themselves. And I even said to him in it, I was like, look, I used to like you a lot. You've never done anything to me personally, but that all changed once I started seeing how you treated others. And then they shared with me how it affected them. Now, what sucks is
I misjudged that person as well. So you weren't the only one. A lot of people did, I think.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing. That's why I'm not going to have your back, because I'm seeing that I already knew. And by the time the public knew about it, it was old news to everyone in the business. That's the thing. In the business, people were out here who are fanboys, fangirls, or ring rats who are on the internet that think they know so much and they know more than someone that was in the business
you
for
know
17
nothing
years.
Unless you're in the business. You don't know shit. You know what will show you and nothing more. You don't know anything. Absolutamente nada. Fuck you.
Exactly.
I will say something though. When anybody reaches out to try to explain their actions like that, they're full of shit.
I guess.
Yeah. Then that's it.
Oh.
You know, they're just done. So.
Exactly. It's manipulation, in my opinion. And as I shared with you ladies earlier, I can deal with someone lying to me, but when you're manipulating, I have no sensitive vibes to you. It's like, no, you're trying, you know what you're doing. I know what you're doing, and I don't like it. And then the whole thing with this dude is when I said, you know, my whole thing changed when I saw how you were, and then people confided in me. I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. Out of the multiple women that have told me different stories, from they went along with it, they brushed it off, or they did get upset, but they just like stayed away from him and everything in between. None of them ever said, hey, I don't like that. Don't be disrespecting me like that. Or no one ever spoke up to this dude because they were out of fear. And I know this because these women, different women, all shared with me their experiences and how it affected them and continued to affect them, especially when this wrestler continued his rise at that time, and how it would mess with them to see him on their timeline and this, that, and the other. So my whole thing is, that's what I take issue with, is that I've seen with my eyes, and women that he offended have told me. So that's why I have my opinion. But I'm not going to go on to Twitter and type it all out. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to interject too. One of the things, speaking of taking accountability, is that those of us who have dealt with that, it also reminds us of the stupidity or the situation we got ourselves into, where we didn't speak up, we didn't say no, and we end up, a little bit of hating ourselves too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a constant reminder of, I was so dumb. So because there is accountability for us too. So it's never all somebody else. It's us as well. So it's. I
was going to say, I know I was not in that business, but I do work in a male's business, in a men's business, and have for more than 30 years. And the stuff you're referring to, just people you look up to or people you work with, that you would expect more from them. And yes, in my younger years, I did the same. I just, went along with it or didn't say anything when I should have. So now, I'm a voice. And
you work in a male's business too, because you work in the auto industry.
Yes.
So
and I was one of the only females in the area for a long time. Caught of a lot of abuse. And I still at times, and I take it differently now though, at this age. I'm just like, I don't have the energy for your shit. Like her sign says behind you, stupid. Your sign behind you, April. There you go.
Exactly.
That's exactly. And I'll tell them that you're stupid. I'll just tell them that. So I don't care anymore. I have no fucks anymore.
Well, that's where I've gotten myself in trouble in the wrestling business, is most of me not speaking up about things I wish I could have out of fear or whatever the case is. A lot of that happened in like my earlier years of life.
You couldn't speak up. We weren't able to speak up. We would have been pushed out of the business.
Well, that's what happened to me, is once I got in the business, I was at a phase where what wrestling did to me is, I had a abusive relationship from senior year of high school into where I started the business in the year 2000. So I was able to finally escape that dude, because when I started training and dudes were trying to stiff me to see if I was really there for the right reason, brother,
of course,
I learned how to protect myself. And not only that, but how to give it back. So all the times he was physically violent to me, I never fought back, because I was one of those people where it's like, when he hit me or whatever, or choked me, it was like the deer in headlights kind of thing.
Yeah, the first time you turn around and give him a good punch in the throat out of the blue.
And so pretty much that's what happened. It's not a punch, but like he got on top of me, and I learned how to get people and use their body weight, use my body weight, all of that stuff I learned from wrestling. And I remember when I pushed him off of me, he acted as though I hit him in the face,
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget that. And then I went, no, F you, you're never going to put your hands on me again. Da, 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 da. And then that was it. And so wrestling to me, when people want to like have their little opinion, like gag me with a spoon, wrestling's that deep for me. It's that deep where it helped me finally escape this dude. Finally. So when I got into it, and then I got more into wrestling, I knew how it felt for my whole life up until then to not say anything. So I found this like strength in me through wrestling, that I spoke up, especially because I was always around dudes and they all called each other out. They all did this and that. So I felt, all right, I'm like one of the boys, so whatever. But not realizing I wasn't one of the boys.
No,
I wasn't one of the boys.
I remember one of the things they told me is like, as a woman, you keep your mouth shut. You don't say anything. You say thank you very much for any criticism or anything. don't talk. And that didn't last
Yeah.
very long. And I remember speaking up about things because I'm used to being a boss, being an entrepreneur. I run my own business. I ran my own business before I got into wrestling. I was a burlesque, entire act, and I worked with other people, and I ran that business, and I ran it very well. I was an in-demand act, and to go into a business where they're like, okay, don't say anything, don't critique, don't whatever. So if somebody tried to not pay me, if someone did something stupid, if someone did whatever, and I had a big followership with my blog. If this happened, if that happened, boo, it went out. So all of a sudden I was difficult to work with. I was a tranny. I used to be a man. I was this, I was that. And I was like, really? I'm like, pretty sure I was in Playboy full naked, but okay. And a lot of that just fueled me to get better. I'm like,
good.
Okay, I'm just going to go to better places and make more
good
money.
for both of you.
But yes, you could not have spoken out if you wanted to. I remember getting out of the business and speaking out about some of the things that happened, like with Raven and some of the others. And even out of the business, I was still called all kinds of names for speaking out about getting randomly grabbed or cornered or whatever, groped and different things.
Dude, I've gotten death threats for things that I've said when I was out of the business. And I wasn't trying to expose people or whatever. I was just sharing what my journey has been.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like,
one guy even said to me, he's like, are you sure? Like, I was telling him about what happened. He's like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah. I hate that.
Sure?
Are you sure? Is
are
like the
sure?
most offensive thing. Yes, I'm pretty damn sure. It was me.
Positive? No, it was you that was high, not me. I was always sober. Always. You guys were the ones that
is
up.
Such a trigger of, are you sure? And it's always that tone.
I know.
Are you sure? And the tilt of the head.
Yeah.
Like, let me just punch you in the face right now so that you can clock your head back into the right place because I am sure. And that's the thing. Like, throughout my life, it's always been that, because there's times peppered in before wrestling, I try to speak up about certain things that were going on, and I was scared, dude. And then I got in trouble. I got in trouble for like saying about creepy family members and things like that. I got in trouble. So it's crazy because it's like, I thought wrestling, and this is my fault, I shouldn't have given it this much credit. I thought it was different, dude. I thought it was like, if you're
different.
one of the boys, you act like one of the boys, it's fine. Like a whole thing of like, how the guys in the business, a lot of them are very like little bitches. And something that I thought about that was so crazy, and I never thought about it until like 6 months ago, is when I was in WWE, and I ended up getting into a heated argument or telling off 4 top stars, right? So I got looked at as whatever. And the way I looked at it was, I'm not gossiping over here or going to Johnny Ace and bitching like a little bitch. I'm telling you into your face, I'm looking you in your pupil and telling you what's up. And I thought that's how you handle things. Just like, I remember hearing like Booker T got in a fist fight with Batista and this and that. Like, you just handle things old school. Cool. I'm fine with that. I'm comfortable with that. But then when I did it, I got labeled a certain way, lost my job. And what's crazy is when I was in TNA, I ended up having strong words with Jeff Jarrett. And when I had those words with him, he heard me out. And then after we were done, he never treated me any differently, and I never got fired. And I never thought of it that way. It's so crazy that these 4 legends over here in WWE went and cried and complained about Shelly Martinez and then got her fired. And then here's one of the owners of this company, and I don't know Jeff Jarrett that well, so like I'm not like trying to put him over. I'm just saying this is what's up.
You can put him over. He was always been a good guy.
Oh, cool. Okay,
yeah.
I don't know him that well. That's why.
Too, so
I just never knew him that well.
Yeah.
So it was so I just never thought about it until, like I said, like 6 months. I was like, dude, he totally sat there when I was like, and bitching about what I was, because I went right to him and we were private. We were aside privately. I wasn't making a scene. And he was like, okay, okay, all right. And then never treat, and my TV time didn't go away. My character wasn't compromised. Nothing with the job changed. And then nothing personal as far as like all
No
of a sudden.
retribution.
Yeah. He wasn't like, oh, Shelly Martinez, and like with his people. So other than
those old
that,
school guys like the Tracy Smothers and the Chris Hammerichs and the Jeff
that's what
Jarretts.
I thought wrestling was.
Right. That's not.
That's what I thought it was, dude. And it's
but
not.
Those guys were men that you could have a conversation with. If something was wrong, you could speak to them. Yes.
It's just wild, dude. It's wild. And that's one of the reasons like wrestling just wasn't for me anymore, because I was just like, you can't. I thought we were old school here. So apparently if you're a woman, you can't be. And like, I'm just not going to, we're not going to take it. Like, I just felt that way, dude. I was like, dude, this is not what I signed up for, especially because what wrestling initially gave me, that gift of having the confidence to leave that dude finally, to escape him and to not put up with any BS throughout. So it's like, that's why it bothers me. So if you guys are watching this and you're like, oh, there goes Shelly, always complaining about wrestling, she's bitter. No, dude, it's a heart that's broken, because that's how deep wrestling was for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of people have the same story where you love wrestling and wrestling doesn't love you back. It's kind of an abusive mistress, or it's really a sugar baby. So
yeah,
it's a sugar baby.
Little
it wants
user.
all your money. It wants to use you and then have a party at your house and trash your place and shit in your pool. So
and leave you with the bill.
That's right, and drink all your liquor. It's like
all
basically, yeah, I know. It's like Animal Kingdom. It's the sons. So what was I going to say to the reference to that? It was funny that you said that. Oh God, you said something that was so funny there. Fuck! It just like it went out of my brain. My ADD brain was just like, gone.
Hopefully, it'll come back.
Wrestling has afforded. It's not all bad though. I mean, wrestling has afforded us travel, comfort in the ring, thinking on the fly, being able to speak on the fly. Because I mean, public speaking is literally, it's crazy. The number one fear that most people have is public speaking, whereas we all think nothing of it. Because I say we all, because I mean, now we do, you're on the podcast too, Eva. So like, we think nothing of speaking publicly or speaking up even, because we're afraid to just go out and say something. Having confidence in our bodies and ourself and our ability to kind of handle ourselves. So I don't know, we're getting some feedback, right?
I apologize. My long guy is here.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
I keep trying to mute it. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. But so wrestling does give us a lot of opportunities. That said, it's a hard trade for them. You're not getting that stuff for free. I hurt all the time, and it mentally beats you down. There's a reason why so many wrestlers go into politics after this and do very, very well. Because the lies and deceptions, the game playing is real. And you are trained in that firsthand because they mess with you on every level. The psychological manipulation and abuse is real. So one of the things I was going to tell you when we were talking earlier, when you are, if someone's giving you a bunch of crap on social media, I'm gonna lend you a few of my favorites to try and so you don't have to get into it with anybody, but it's kind of like a and then you go and kind of say. So if somebody says, "Who are you?" I have 3 that I really love, and you're welcome to steal them. One is, "Hey, I'm the person who works so hard. I turned my signature into an autograph. Who the fuck are you?" or I wish you the best in that endeavor. So the second is, "Hey, you're on my profile. You know my name. I have no idea who you are." But let me know when you get to my level, because I don't take critique from anybody who hasn't been through what I've been through. So when you get to my level, we'll talk. And the third one is, I love this one. This one's actually, I stole this from Roddy Piper. Hurt people hurt people. So I'm sorry somebody hurt you so bad. I hope your day improves. And then mute, mute, or block, mute. I don't always block, but I mute, so I don't have to see their shit anymore. Because my mental well-being and the stress and the time suck that all this is time that I could be spending on the floor with my dogs. I could be making food. I could be outside doing something there, or even just pulling weeds or getting something done. And social media is such a time suck, and it was designed that way to keep us losing our life to this, fuck you, da 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 da. So once you realize it's a game, like a Vegas slot, where you're just pulling the thing and pull the slot, but then you try and opt out of the matrix, because it's part of the matrix.
Totally.
So
totally.
What do you do to stay sane? Because you're the most sane out of all of us as far as all that, Eva. You don't let anything get to you.
No, I do.
The world's burning. Oh yeah, it's all right. It's over there. It's all right. It's good.
I had to, just like you guys, compartmentalize. Shelly, I know you don't know me. So you were talking about losing your job because you stood up. Well, after 12 years, I lost my job for doing the same thing. Another company came in, bought where I was working, and everything was fine to that point. But I had a new boss, new structure. They moved us around, and I didn't like it. I thought it was crap, and I was tired of being thought of as the difficult female. And so I started bringing things up. They would at meetings talk about women's periods, things like that. I'm like, how dare you? You don't talk about that shit in a public room where there's like 100 of us, and there was only a few of us women. So in my area, I became the difficult person after 12 years. I got pushed out of my job and fired. But on the other hand, the next place I went was happy to have me. And 17 years later, I've been in a new job for another 2 years, only because, again, of ownership change. But in the business I work in, I take a lot of shit all day long. And I work in a very, like a warehouse atmosphere. So there's a lot of people all the time scrambling around. And I'm one of 3 women in the whole store. And dealing with repair shops, there is no level of stupid that I can even mention that is the people I deal with all day. And you just want to tell them, like, shut the fuck up. Who are you? Or, I've had the recent where somebody looked me in the face when I went to go help somebody up front, which I don't like dealing with retail. They're the worst. Going up front and speaking to somebody, and the guy goes, I don't want to talk to you. You're a woman. I'm like, really? And I told him, I said, 33 years.
Don't assume my gender.
Yeah. I was like, okay, well, after 33 years, sure, I'll give you the kid standing right here. And I had the kid. Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't want to talk to a woman. And I mean, that was probably the first time I heard that in a long time, honestly. Yeah. But most of the time I do. I try to, I work 4 days, long days, 10-hour days. And then when I'm done, it's like a social experiment. By Wednesday, I'm starting to get tired and worn out. And the brain's going, God, I just don't want to tell them all to fuck off. And then Thursday, I'm like, now I'm really worn out. I'm mentally just, it takes a lot. And I know you guys spend about that much time a day overall throughout the week of 40 hours really that I do there on your social media, keeping things up and dealing with all those people in the same way. So compartmentalizing that, shut that box in and goes over there. And as April knows, when we go down and we do things or whatever and hang out, is that it's not worth it. It's not worth my time, my energy anymore. Life is better outside of that. And life is better off social media. And there's edibles. And there's 420, right? So go, Shelly, for that. Living your best life, I hope.
Oh my God. My favorite is when someone goes, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Yes, there is. And you have not worked retail all before Christmas.
Yeah.
There is such a thing as a stupid question.
Yes, and I hear that all the time. I mean, these people are working on cars. They're doing electronics. What's wrong? I can do a better job. I don't need to look at YouTube. And you just, the things I see and hear are ridiculous of stupidities. People should not be in these jobs.
Yeah.
So
conversely,
I can't.
My other favorite saying is, no one ever got rich overestimating the intelligence of Americans.
That's a good one. I got in an argument with somebody online actually last night. I shouldn't. I should not take the bait, you know. And I'll tell you just a short story. They were talking about, unfortunately, the upheaval of shooters and stuff going on in America. And you know,
I don't even get into that one anymore.
Yeah, well, I couldn't help myself because something they said was just stupid about guns.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of what they said was stupid.
Yeah. So I made a very nice comment and just a short version of why America's different. And I looked up some stats of other countries and what they do to children in other countries, where generally American schools for children are very safe compared to other countries. They don't have a lot of attacks and other things besides guns on that they do over there. And we're worse on guns, but you know, no surprise there. But
yes,
anyway,
but 54% of our for people watching who are international. Yeah. People love to cite American gun stats without understanding that more than half of our gun stats in America are suicides. And for some reason, our government lumps death by gun, self-death by gun into our gun stats.
Oh, yeah.
Why would they do that if they didn't have an MO to disarm?
Oh, yeah. So I put the VPN on and I went searching last night and I pulled up a whole bunch of stats on other countries and violence in schools.
Oh yeah, they take the guns away, they start stabbing.
Yeah, they stab, they beat people to death in the middle of schools where at least, you know, you might get some backup or help.
Machetes, baseball bats, IEDs.
Yeah, and they bring all that stuff to school, but it's okay. They, you know, some Americans have guns, whatever.
Yeah, I've quoted those too. It was interesting when they in England they had to remove all the garbage bins because of all the IEDs for a while. You couldn't even throw your garbage away.
We don't have that problem here.
No, we do not. So.
And England, didn't they take away the pointy knives, the points on the knives too?
Yeah.
Like that's going to stop somebody from stabbing.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, it's going well over there in Englandistan. So yes.
So anyway,
it's working out well.
Yeah. So
anyway.
Yes, I you guys amaze me for all the things you've done and the social media and how you guys are able to keep your businesses going and not go mentally, you know.
Well, here's the thing. You said something that like I so resonated with. Sometimes I take the bait and it's usually I'm having a bad day. I'm on my period and I just like, I'm ready. Okay, let's go, bitch. And then I'm like, okay, let's go. Okay,
it's you want to talk? Anger porn.
Talk? It is.
It is. I do it too, just like everybody else.
Yeah. You know, I had a situation recently where it was like a week or so ago. There's this dude who randomly will reply to my tweets with a topless photo of himself. And it's really, really creepy.
Yeah, but
I get one with a bottomless photo.
And see, that's what I'm saying. Like usually I like once in a blue moon I'll get a dick pic, but like even those, that was like more when I first started. I really have had such a positive experience with Twitter because I get very please people don't start sending them to, I'm probably shooting myself in the foot right now.
We just had this one. Dick pics are, unless somebody specifically asks you for that,
right?
Just
I don't get it, except they're getting. Here's the thing: I am such a man hater since way back in the day. So to me, I'm just like, I hate the dick pic because first of all, I don't want to see it. Ew, gross. And then secondly, it pisses me off. At least till they
buy you at least 3 dinners, right?
Right.
Look, those type of guys, they're not sending me a dick pic unless I'm asking. Okay,
right.
Like these weirdos online that are like, and the thing is, that's their kink. So on top of them sending me an unsolicited whatever, it bothers me more because I'm like, they don't care if I think it's gross because the fact that they sent it and there's a possibility I seen it makes them happy, and then that just makes me hate men even more. It's like, why do you have to be so disgusting? So anyways, this guy is him and always topless, and I've been ignoring it because I don't want to take the bait, right? And so it's been months now, and then the other day I was sitting over there and I was listening to the radio and Mazzy Star came on and I was just like, yes. So I'm tweeting about Mazzy Star, and this specific song was really influential to me, so I was feeling vulnerable.
Wait, what is it?
The Fade Into You song.
I love that song.
That whole album.
Sing it.
you're putting me
Come
on.
on.
Okay. I got scared. I got scared.
Come on,
I
you
got
can do it.
I got scared. I need the music.
You can do it.
You got stage fright.
I'm terrible. We can do it.
Fade in. Fade into you. I think it's strange you never knew. It's such a great song. I love it. So, thank you. Tip your waitresses. So that album really got me through some stuff when I was a kid. Like when it first came out, I was a young teenager or whatever. And then in my early 20s, I revisited that album and re-fell in love. So I paint all this because I was having a moment here. And then Topless Picture Dude decides to reply to the Mazzy Star tweet with the picture. And so I thought, and at this time I was having a real bad period, real clumpy and gross. You know how to get, you don't feel good. And you're just like,
anymore.
there's like no.
Did you reply to his thing with a picture of your, no.
Oh.
He probably would like it. So I was like, I don't feel good. I have no patience. Let's go. So I wrote to him. I was like, why? Why a topless picture? Like, why is it that? And so he replies back, is this better? And he has a shirt on. And I'm like, you didn't answer the question. So I kept going back. I was like, you're not answering the question. Everything he said, I'm like, you're not answering why the topless. Because at this point, it's more than taking the bait. I am genuinely curious. I'm like, who sits there and like goes, boop? Especially like I thought at first, before I realized it was the Mazzy Star tweet he was replying to, I thought, okay, it's probably to a picture that I put. So I kind of have it coming, right? Like it made him excited, whatever. So when I saw it was the Mazzy Star one, that's when I got hot. And I was like, no, dude, you're raining in on my parade. I'm having a moment with Mazzy Star. I don't need your creepy ass over here. So he never replied, but it's so crazy because like the comments that went off or whatever, but I even forget why. Oh, so like my whole thing with Twitter is like, those people come and go or whatever, but sometimes like I take the bait like I did like a week ago because I couldn't help myself, and I really truly blame it on my hormones.
Well, I'm gonna mention something to everybody that we need to keep in mind. The internet is forever, so whatever you write on there will live in perpetuity to some degree or not. And that, you know, all these now more than ever to pay attention to it because the AI will pull that algorithm up. So we have to be careful for the future, for everything. And I know it's just the way it's going to be. We're going towards a social credit score. We're going towards a lot. So there's really nothing we can do about it. We can stand up and fight against as much as possible, but this shit is coming. So be careful and choose your battles wisely. Because your energy, everyone is fighting now as hard as possible for your attention, and your energy is the biggest commodity. So be careful who you let take that, because it's hard to get the energy and you'll never get the time back.
Right.
So your energy, your time, your attention, I don't think most people put their value on money. You can make more fucking money. You can never make more time. Your energy is limited. Your attention is valuable. So pay attention to that. Start valuing it like at the highest degree.
Well, usually I do, but this guy just really got me that day.
Yeah, I say it's anger porn because everybody's on some kind of SSRI antidepressant. So they get addicted to that feeling of being angry because that's the only thing they can feel anymore, probably. So
that's a good point.
So I wanted to share this with you because you said you hadn't gotten a copy. I got one from Scott Blair before he passed away. God rest his very talented and wonderful and funny and perverted soul. So I'm going to make myself big right now so I can share this, and then I'll change it out. If I can do this, hang on, let me see. Hang on. I'm going to swap it out. Let me swap. Okay, so I can do this because you're all over this. So, so let me pull these up and show you the ones that you're in. So, and if anybody hasn't gotten a copy of Scott's book, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't see an ISBN number on the back, but I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Oh, that's
There's
cool.
a classic.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Just in time for this coming month. Perfect.
Yep.
So there's one. There's got to be there's so many of them in here.
It's funny because he did so many of me
Is this
that
you?
yeah, that is. I actually have
Oh,
Dead Men
okay.
Tell No Tales tattooed on my ankles. So that one's a really
That's cool.
yeah. And then over here I have my pirate wall. It's a whole thing. I love Scott's work so much that I didn't care if people looked at me with a side eye. That here in town back in the early 2000s when he was doing them, I put the prints in my portfolio and I was real proud of them. And even though like that's not what you're supposed to have in there or whatever, I always put them in there. And people always talked about them. Like, wait, what is this?
Jay, there was a
well
reason.
now all the girls are in here. That one's you, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love that one. There was a time in the early 2000s where I was working with this vaporizer company and they used his stuff. And this is one of the vaporizers I have up all the time. The vaporizer part's here, but
oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Wait, is this you too, right? This is you.
Yep, that sure is. I love that one too.
Very cool.
All right. A lot of Shannon. Shannon's the only one in here more than you or as equal to you.
Oh, yeah, those both I love so much.
You.
The one where I have the LA on, that's actually a shirt you can buy on goodvibrationsboutique.com.
Oh, wow.
And the pirate one too. On my what you call it? What is that thing called? 1 hour teas. I have a bunch of Scott Blair stuff on there. Yep, there it is, going green.
There's you and me.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Let's
I
go.
love it. It was meant.
There you go. Let's see.
It's so sad. I was really affected by his passing, to be honest with you.
We've lost so many people.
Dude, it's
in the
like
last couple of years.
Too much.
Yep. A lot of people don't understand. I mean, we've lost a lot of young, healthy people in our business.
Yep, that was another vaporizer, the tattoo gun.
Very good. Talent, no doubt.
Well, I love that his artwork looks like the girls. You know,
they really do. You know
that.
Exactly who they are.
I've been trying to search for that Los Diablos. I had that, and I was actually looking for it the other day, and I couldn't find it.
Have you always been out there in LA, Shelly?
Yeah, I grew up about an hour from here, but I've been in LA for a long time.
And you are also the last page.
Yep, that's a good one too. I always had his prints at my merch table until they sold out.
Let me get us back into normal mode here. There we go. Oh, so yeah, that is Hard Candy by Scott Blair. And unfortunately, our Scott died about a year ago.
Yeah, something like that. Oh,
from a very rapidly developing cancer. He was younger than I was. Than I am. I think.
I can't remember how old he was, but he
like
wasn't that old.
He was 20. Is that young?
No.
He had it for a while. Yeah, I think it got better, and then it got really bad. It was one of those things where it like kind of happened fast. I remember texting with him days before he passed.
Same. Same. I like hit out of the blue. I thought he was fine. It seemed like he was going into a remission or something, and then all of a sudden, his brother said he passed away. I was like, wait, what?
Well, see, when he texted me, he didn't seem in the right mind with what he wrote, and it really made me feel that, you know. And then so to have his last text be kind of what they were, it was like a punch to the gut to find out, like, oh, no wonder why he was in that frame of mind. It was really sad. And anyways, God bless you wherever you are, Scott.
Well, he obviously loved you, so you are all over his one of his shining stars there that he has left the world.
I am such a creep, right? That there's two different dudes. One is this rock star guy, and this other one was in a boy band. Both famous dudes. it was one of those things where I took the relationship way more serious than that they did, obviously. And so what I did is I had
I've never done
that. One guy was a drummer.
that.
And so I had Scott do a pinup of me with my hands with handcuffs and then with the drums, and I gave it to him. And then the boy band guy, he had this certain fetish, and I had Scott draw for me that to him. So I was just like, Scott was deep in it with me. I was like, well, you know how I'm dating so and so. Like, can you make this one? I want to give it to him.
Scott.
That's really good.
Those pictures were pretty clean. I've seen some of Scott's stuff. He made me Thundra with a giantess Thundra with my foot like crushing something. He did a lot of fetish stuff. So I don't think that's too out of his
I'm sure
realm.
he enjoyed
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, that's how, like, I involved him in my creep level of like, oh, I want to give them something that no one else has, so I can really put my little voodoo on them, so they be
There
my
you go.
boyfriend. That's what it was. Is I really wanted them to be like, oh, this chick, huh? Little did I know, dude, they were not thinking that.
It's a personalized thing.
Wait, do you go to Renaissance fairs?
No, I
Oh.
wish
Oh,
there
you're
used
not,
to be.
You're not that fetishy then.
No, I just dipped my toe in it.
You can put on that pirate thing, go, and nobody will even.
I know.
Yeah. Just
There
throw a
used to be
corset
like
on, you're good to go.
a really big one here for years and years and years and years. And then people that I eventually knew that would go to them, they told me that quite a few years ago, like they kind of sold out and like started getting food trucks and stuff. It's like, how are you going to have food trucks at a Renaissance fair? That's not like defeating the purpose there. So like, by the time I met people that were down and like were going to it, they weren't anymore. And when it was going on, I didn't know anyone personally at the time that was doing it. So I just didn't know how to like get involved. So then like I didn't go. I wish I did though, man.
I have a great idea. Why not? Okay, so there's a fun one in Sarasota in November. Actually, usually there's two. You should come out to Tampa Bay in November, and we will take you.
Yes,
I would effing love that. That would
You
be
should.
so effing cool.
Oh, it's an open invitation.
All right.
Yes.
All right. I'll put it in the calendar.
There you go. Just think about it. I know you got a lot going on, but you know.
No, but when you
something
post, when you go to them, I always am like so jealous. I'm like, dude, that is so effing cool. And you always look so cute and like you're having a good time. And that's the Renaissance. That's the Renaissance fair that like vibe I wanted to experience back in the day. And
So
like
here's
I
the
said,
vibe we experience. Let me paint this picture. Get up early, spend a shit ton of time on our hair, put on something super cute, get there, plan it out. So about 20-30 minutes before we get in, you take a microdose, pop an edible. By the time you get there, you are happy. Find the music, look at the schedule. These are the bands we want to see. Mark them down. In between, let's go find something that we can throw that's sharp. Because we want to be, drinking and throw sharp objects.
absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Darts, axes, arrows. We're doing that. So
An awesome time.
Alcohol, dance,
find our friends. So
music.
we get there like slightly, around lunchtime, a little after. They kick us out around 5:30, 6 o'clock. We're there all day.
Well, see, here's the thing. Back in the day when I used to want to go to it and just didn't know how, that was before I was a medicator or a drinker. So I feel like I still would have fun. Don't get me wrong. But I want to go on your schedule. I want to do the edible, be out of my mind, throw things, possibly break something.
Yeah.
It gets very competitive.
Yeah.
It does. When you start throwing things, everybody's like, I'm just gonna tear that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the bullseye.
You're dancing. We got some music going on.
Yeah, dude.
And
I love it.
You so hurt the next day, but you don't fucking care.
It doesn't matter. You got an axe arm. And the thing is and you're outside, so that's good for you. It's just good vibes all around, I feel.
It is.
And you're in the woods, and
And isn't there a whole lingo?
Yeah.
Isn't there a whole lingo?
No.
My lady, would you care to have
well,
a spin on the floor? I don't know. There probably
There's
is,
some
but
of that. Yeah.
Yeah, we have fun. We just have fun. We just go there. And it's you know what it is? It's an escape from now, because your phone's not working.
Right.
Your phone doesn't work. You're in the middle of nowhere. So there's no social media. There's no screens. There's no nothing. You just use it to take pictures of how awesome everybody's costume is. Most people, and if you don't wear a costume, you're an asshole. So let me just say that. Most people are dressed up so they look the part. All the incense is burning and different things. It smells the part. The turkey legs are roasting. It's just, you smell the leather, you smell the horse shit. It is amazing. So you hear the music. So
if you don't care about the other stuff you don't want to smell, you don't care.
Right, exactly. It's just a total immersion into a different thing. It's like a brain vacation. And like you said, you're outside, you're in a forest.
So. And you really hope sometimes you see a good guy in a kilt. Good legs. Once in a while, there's a few that wear.
Yeah, and if you've got a kilt fetish, like some of us might.
I love good legs.
For the kilt fetish people, we hope to see something.
Yep. And don't shave your legs. You're a dude.
Yeah. Oh my God, is that not the worst thing about wrestling? Is they shave everything?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you lay next to a wrestler if you're dating them, and you get like all this rash burn from like everything spikes the shit out of you. It's like, just stop. Don't do that.
Well, here's the thing. Where my problem is truly with it, if you're like dating a wrestler or something like that, is why is it you only shave for show day? Like, if you're gonna be committed, bitch, be committed. I'm a girl where I will shave even when I'm single as F and like not doing nothing. I still will shave because that's what. And I just don't like the way it feels. I like smooth, so like it's a commitment. So why, like, no, like and it's gross, and like you said, you have to see the
laser, just laser.
Laser or stay committed.
Gone. Yeah. No, I think just laser it, because when it's gone, there's no more bowl. You don't have to deal with it anymore. Laser, boop, done.
I want to do a laser.
Yeah. You look on Groupon. Just look on Groupon. Do the laser.
On the bucket list.
Yeah, it's the best thing ever.
Does it hurt?
It feels like a rubber band snapping at you.
Oh, no, I hate that feeling.
Oh my God, you're a wrestler. You've been thrown on the ground.
Throw me on the ground, drop me on my head, but don't do the band or the.
No, you're a pussy. So.
I know. I am. I really am. When it comes to things like that, like, oh my gosh, I'm surprised I even have tattoos. To be honest with you.
Okay, does it? It hurts probably less than a tattoo. So
okay,
you know why I did it?
That's livable then.
When I moved to Florida, like everybody lived here. No, nobody lives here, but everybody in the business lived in Tampa. And last minute, I would get messages, "Hey, we're going to the beach today," and I'd be like, "Fuck!" Like I hadn't shaved, and you can't shave the same day and go into salt water. It's going to cause problems.
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to spend the money and just get laser, because those last minute invitations. I want to be able to go places and do things and not worry about all this stuff. So best thing ever.
It. I'm a hairy gal, and like it sucks. It's taken me.
It's the Latin.
It is. I'm very hairy. Like I started shaving my arms like in junior high. Like I
look like a bear when I don't do it.
Exactly, and it grows back fast. And here's the thing: if the trade-off is I have good hair, so that's why I had to be hairy, fine. But it took me many, 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 many years to accept that. It was always an embarrassing thing. And I'm just like, oh, like this, always having to take care of the stash, the hair on my big toe. Like, I hate it.
What is that?
What is that? Why?
That shit gets worse.
What is the big toe hair? What is the biological purpose for the big toe hair?
I don't know. I think it's just a Latin thing, as you say. I mean, I'm, Italian, Latin, same thing, but oh my. Yes,
Knuckles.
Okay, I don't have that.
And I have a tattoo, so people look. So I have to make sure it's shaved.
Sorry for that. I don't have the knuckle one. Luckily, my arms aren't that hairy, but I've had it everywhere else.
The one thing I got lucky with is because I'm actually a natural redhead, not this color, but redhead. So a lot of my stuff did turn blonde. It's still hairy, but it turned blonde. So I had to, but I can still see it. So it annoys me.
And feel it. And that's the thing too. Yes. And here's the thing, like people that have given me crap about being kind of like anal about it is that they don't realize that when I'm sitting in it, I don't feel good. It doesn't matter if no one else can see. It doesn't matter if I can't see. When
Right.
I can feel it on my person without even touching, I just feel kind of like, ugh. I hate it. And like I said, I used to get made fun of for my hairiness. So then there's that whole element to it. You know, I'll say this. I hope he doesn't get mad for me to say this, but it's always fun to drop a name when it's innocent. So I used to
Oh.
go with Nick Nemeth back in the day, right?
Okay.
And he is the one that made me feel comfortable because I have a hairy back too. And I have a tattoo like right here on my back. And it's hard to shave there, right? So
Okay.
like it's hard. And so when I was dating him, I remember he was like rubbing my back. He goes, "Is this your mane?" And I laughed
Like, yes,
so
bitch,
hard.
I'm a unicorn.
I laughed so hard. And I thought, if Hot Nemeth is fine with it, I'm fine with it too. And so
Good
that
for
was
you.
my turning point of, yeah, it's my main bitch, like you said. So like it's because of Nemeth, I embraced not stressing out about shaving that part of my back anymore and just
That's
letting
cool.
it be.
We
And
love all the
it
Nemeths.
kind of stopped. It's not like it like, oh, now it's this like bush back here or anything, but it's not like how it was when I was constantly always shaving it.
So you're doing to switch tactics for a second. Speaking of
Yeah.
the people you've met and things, you're doing a competition, right now.
I am.
Oh,
So what is that URL and what's that about? So I can see if I can pull it up.
I don't know. Hopefully it's not a scam.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not a scam. So
yep. I'm just throwing that in there while we're talking.
So I saw this post that was like, be the face of Halloween. So of course I clicked on it and then I submitted and I got accepted and I'm in this contest. Now, apparently you can win some money and there's different little challenges. Jamie Lee Curtis, Kane Hodder,
I saw
and there's one other fella, I forget his name, sorry. And they're involved in it, whatever. So I was like, heck yeah. So back in the day, I was in The Search for the Next Elvira. It was a little short-lived reality show. And I was one of the unlucky 13. I didn't make it to the end, which is fine because at the end of the day, the winner, they didn't end up doing much with her. And I know that you did have to have a contract. And this was right before I got hired with TNA. So I feel like, what if I would have won and then I couldn't have done TNA? I would have never wanted that. So I'm glad it didn't work out. And I seeing it that way, the face of Halloween contest, I was like, maybe this is my retribution. Like this is my like time. Like now I can be like, yeah, let's do this. Especially because the if you go up the levels and keep like winning to like do these challenges,
You're first.
they're here in LA. So I felt like, okay, it works for my life that, you know, I really had to stay close to home because I take care of a family member. So everything about this contest just fit my life. So then I started to see that people were saying that this is a scam and I don't know. And so I wrote
I don't think it is.
on Facebook, on Instagram, I made a comment on Jamie Lee Curtis and Kane Hodder. And I was like, are you guys really involved in this or is this a scam? They've yet to reply to me. So I encourage anyone watching this to go ask them too, so I can find out if enough people bug them. I'll send you, April, the links of the posts I asked them. So maybe if more than one person's asking them on that particular post. But I want to know because like I was ready to go full force and be like, yeah, this contest and da 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 da. But bitch, if I'm wasting my time, my time is precious. Like I cannot be wasting my time. So I keep telling people to vote. That's the
website.
That's the website. So there's a website to it. Yeah. And then here's what made me feel like, is this a scam? On Twitter, there is a handle that's Face of Halloween. And they went in my comments and was like, hey, what's your thing so I can vote for you? And so I sent them my link. And then they DM'd me and they were like, here's a package you can get for buying votes. And so I said, that's cheating.
Oh.
And they're like, no, it's not. And I just left it alone and I didn't like reply. So I was just like, what is it? So what people are saying online that they feel is a scam is that they try to get people that are getting people to vote for them to have them pay for their votes, because there's a thing on there where if you donate X amount, it goes to this many votes or whatever. But they're claiming that this goes to a children's hospital. So
Yeah, I saw
like,
that.
so that's fine. That's fine. But I don't know, dude. So I'm still doing my investigating. I'm still actively pushing it, but not super, super hard, just in case. But I'm really hoping that someone can get back to me from Jamie Lee Curtis or Kane Hodder, because that would be huge to know straight from them. Are you really involved or not? Because that was the other thing that I saw when I did my investigation, was people were saying that they were using pictures of people that are involved in the contest that aren't like a Jamie Lee Curtis and a Kane Hodder.
Right.
So I don't know, dude.
I am going to say Rue Morgue magazine, which is out of Canada. I subscribe to them.
And that's the other thing.
Yes, I love that magazine. And they do put a lot of money into these kind of things. So it's not surprising to me, because I've gone to the website on Rue Morgue as well, and it shows on there. So I would say it's legit, except for the scammers out there, like the one that was trying to get you for money or votes. But yeah, I think the competition is real, I believe.
Okay, I don't even know why I didn't think to go look on their site. So thank you for that.
No
thank
problem.
you for that,
Risky. The magazine,
do you want to share it real quick and we'll read your thing?
From what I found?
No, I mean on here. Do you want us to share the page?
Yeah, of course. Okay. Well, because here's the thing. Let's say it was a scam, just for argument's sake. You could still vote for free. The only catch is you have to have a Facebook. That's the only catch. So I encourage people to totally vote for free. Like, I'm not trying to tell you, because whatever, but now that you're saying that the Rue magazine, Morgue magazine is having, so then that gives me more confidence.
So here you go, guys. This is it. It's faceofhalloween.org. Look for Shelly Martinez, currently first in this group. So she can
also,
so she can win. And there's only 6 days left, so hopefully you will see this by the time this ends.
And I'm hoping that people aren't going to be like, "Oh, she was in WWE," da da da, and then like my thing. Oh, what was my most memorable Halloween? And I'm talking about Carmen Electra and Dan Aykroyd. I know that makes me sound like I'm but it's the truth.
Let me read it. I'm gonna ask. So, what's your most memorable Halloween experience? It says, I once went to a Halloween party hosted by Carmen Electra. At said party, I was able to bury the hatchet with Bud Bundy and have a supernatural experience with Dan Aykroyd. That sounds awesome.
That's cool.
I worked with her too. She's a tiny little thing, isn't she?
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She really is. She's tiny. Yeah. She's nice.
She's like 90 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, she's super, super petite. And to be honest with you, I've been around, like I used to run around groups that she was involved in. Obviously, that's why I was able to go to this party. She was always treating people really nice, like normal. Like she wasn't like fake nice. She was just like a homegirl kind of. Like her vibe was just like a homegirl and just like wants to have fun and no drama and this and that. I mean, I don't really know her, but from being around her at the times I have and seeing what she's put out there, like she's really nice. That way. She's a nice girl. Positive vibes to you, Carmen Electra. So that party was so funny because I went to that party, and up until then, I used to do a vlog where it was called Bud Bundy Watch because he was really rude to me, David Faustino, once in public. And so I used to take my camera and vlog when I go out like to places where he might be. Not that I was trying to be at those places, but just like I knew like the place he was rude to me at, I knew he was a regular at because I was a regular there. Mm-hmm. So I would be like, where we are, Bud Bundy Watch, where is he? So at Carmen's party, there he was. And the guy I was with goes, oh no, Shelly. Oh no, Bud Bundy's here. And I was like, what? And so I went over to him and had words with him about how he treated me. He apologized. He had his business partner with him. And he told his business partner what I had just told him. And then he was like, yeah, he was in a really tough place at that time. And he was like, you know what, but that doesn't excuse it. I'm really sorry. Like when you want a drink, I'll go get you a drink. It was an open bar, but like the gesture, like mm-hmm. He was. So after that, me and Faustino were cool. So I got to bury that hatchet. And then Dan Aykroyd, I have had a crush on him since I was a little girl. I love me some Dan Aykroyd. And so there's that.
You're an honorary Blues brother?
Not really. Like just him. Just him. Like I don't know. It's weird. So anyway, he was there.
It is weird. I will tell you that.
He was there, and I went up to him.
How do you go from Nemeth to Aykroyd? But okay,
I have weird taste. It's all over the place.
Yeah,
John Candy's another one I like a lot. Paul Heyman. I used to have a huge crush on Paul Heyman. Like that's. I'm weird. I'm weird.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to judge. I've had some less than bangers myself. So there you go.
So I went up to Aykroyd and I go, look, I have to tell you something. I was like, since I was a kid, I was so affected by watching your movie, Nothing But Trouble, because from when I can remember until present day, I have this nightmare and like it looks like Nothing But Trouble. His face went white. He goes, hold on. And he calls his business partner over. He goes, tell him what you just told me. And I did. And he goes, I created that movie based off of a dream that I had. And then we got into this whole conversation and it was so, I'm getting chills right now. It was so effing cool because like I said, I haven't had it for a while, but since I can remember till adulthood, I've had this dream and like I had it before seeing the movie. So one could say, oh, I saw the movie, maybe it got in there. No, dude. Like I saw the movie well after already having these dreams. My family knew, like they had a little code word for it. Oh, I dreamt about that house again. Like it was so gnarly. And so it was a cool moment. And then we started just talking about energy and spirituality and things like that and how it all ties in and the movie. It was such a cool experience.
That's so cool.
That's good for you. I hope you win.
Sorry,
thank you.
You're still running your site, right? Are you doing any other? Are you doing any podcasts or anything like that? I know we don't have much time left. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but
I have my Vampire Radio, which is my thing. If anyone wants to see what I'm doing, including that link to the face of Halloween, you can just go to shellymartinez.net/links. Everything's there that I'm doing, my podcast, my YouTube. I'm mostly like I have a main site for my fans, ShellySecretSociety.com, but my Patreon's where it's at, people. Like I've been doing my Patreon full time since 2017. That's where you're going to get the most content. There's you can join from $3 up until $50 a month. So there's lots to fit your budget. And so that's just like my thing, just focusing on my secret society, focusing on Vampire Radio, and just doing the damn thing,
Isn't Patreon great? It can be whatever you want it to be. And I just love that it gives all creators, whether you are a musician or a pinup model or a chef. It gives everybody an outlet to showcase their work and make a living, have people support you, because it is really difficult as an artist sometimes to make that living. So it gives you a chance to invite the fans in to share your journey and, throw a few bucks at you and help support it so you can continue and do what it is that you love. And I love Patreon. I'm very grateful that whoever created that. Well
totally. And the thing is like for gals like you and me, we have been about blogging since before blogging was a thing. Mm-hmm. So for Patreon, it's so cool because you finally get to monetize what you've always been doing kind of thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And what's cool is I used to go to Patreon meetups. They would have people at first from Patreon, like the creators behind the apps, like all these people, and they would have these little socials and it was so cool. But then they ended up, in my opinion, selling out a little bit and they made it into something else, which is fine. You got to roll with the times. Yeah. But I'm OG with Patreon to where when they used to have the freaking web developers, I'd be sitting at the bar with them and shooting off ideas and being like, blah, blah, blah. It was so cool. I wish it was that way.
Probably about the time when they sold out was when they started categorizing people like me and putting us into the adult category and then also taking us out of the search completely. So like you can't search for me at all unless you get the direct link. So unless you go to like patreon.com, April Hunter, you wouldn't be able to find me. So if you just look for me, I'm not there.
When did all that happen? If you don't mind.
About 4 years ago, I want to say. 4 years ago.
Yeah, I want to say like 2019, 18,
Yeah,
maybe
about
something.
that.
What sucks is they did
But
that to
they still
me.
make money off of us.
Yeah, they
So
did
why
that
do
to
that?
me, and they told me it was because of I smoke on camera, and so I was just like, and then they don't let you have certain perks. Like I used to try to have a separate Patreon for my podcast, and I went out of my way to have no smoking content on there, right?
Yeah.
And so because of that, I was able to do direct upload videos. I was able to do all these different things that I can't do on my secret society.
You can do direct upload videos if you're not
in that category. Yeah.
You're kidding.
Oh, shit. Okay.
There was, I don't know how it looks on everybody else's end, but I do know when they were beta-ing it, because I had been with them for so long.
Me too.
I
I was
got
in a
the
beta
thing.
thing. Yeah.
And so as long as that was the beta, but that was like years ago, I feel like as long as you don't have what they consider 18 plus on there, that you could do direct uploads with videos. And I thought that was huge when you don't have to, because I'm over here paying for Vimeo to get most of my stuff, because
I got banned from Vimeo for life for a bikini thing that they took the money too.
See,
Shelly,
that's why
are
I
you
thought
having issues with your fans out in California not being able to get through on some of those sites? Like Florida's got issues with some of that restrictions of internet restrictions.
I'm not sure about that. That's a good question. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I'm sure April could share about
that.
Yeah,
a lot of the states have blocked adult content through certain adult pages. So you can't. You have to either age verify or you can't access it at all. So VPN. So if you use a VPN, you can get around it. And a VPN is really good for finding information that we're being blocked from too. So a lot of the news, anything from finding out real healthcare solutions to what's really going on in the world is also blocked and curated to lie and deceive you. So not only are you a tax-paying adult, and you can't see some titties or vagina, but you also can't. They've decided that you can't maybe gamble online or use Bitcoin or find out that, say, ivermectin and HCQ will cure cancer. They don't want you to know these things. So
they're trying to block VPNs in other countries now.
Yeah.
So
yep. So it's crazy.
Sick, sad world.
It is. It is. I miss the Wild West days of the internet where you could just go on there and find whatever you want.
I miss MySpace days. You know, that was when we were all thriving, man.
God.
We were thriving. I had my little playlist of music, my top 8. You always know who you're dating somebody, or top 12 when you're dating someone and they move you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you found out that's how you were on the outs before you found out.
Remember the drummer I was talking about earlier?
Was always our number one, though.
Remember the drummer I was talking about earlier? Scott Blair did the thing. That's how I found out he was not going to be my boyfriend and never wanted to be my boyfriend when I started moving down the line.
Such drama, such a fun traumatic thing. Yeah, I swear to God, they got rid of. You could trick out your page with coding.
Yeah,
and people would. I mean, you could trick out your page, and all of a sudden, it was making people smarter. It's like people were learning coding, and they were like, "No, we can't have this. People can't learn coding."
Yeah, dude, I was one of them.
Something stupid like Facebook, where they just feed you everything.
And I remember back in the day, Velvet Sky, shout out. She had on her MySpace. That's how I learned how you can embed your PayPal and then make your own little sell your 8x10s that way. It was because of Velvet Sky Girl, MySpace days.
I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I'm the one that taught her that.
There you go. Well, fairy godmother, thank you for that.
You're welcome. But it's crazy.
How much time we have left, April?
Not much. So we have about a minute. So let's cut it. But you can also let's see. So we have Patreon, Shelly Martinez, right? ShellyMartinez.net. And you have Shelly from Cali on social media.
Yeah, just go to the link, you guys, ShellyMartinez.net/links. You find everything. I made it very, very easy to find all my stuff and easy for me
I clicked
to say
on it before we got on. You really did an amazing job on there.
Thank you.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you for being on the show. We appreciate you.
Anytime.
So we appreciate you.
November.
I will try to make that happen.
So,
I I could just see it now.
Yeah, and if you want to come back again for October for our Halloween show, we would.
You know, I
have
have to. That's the tradition. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yay.
But what will I be wearing? You guys have to tune in to see.
Right, we have to wait. Well, thank you for being here, and anybody who wants to try and check me out too after you're done checking out Shelly, we can go to patreon.com, April Hunter, since you can't search for me. And we are not live this week, just so you know. This is pre-recorded. Sorry if you feel ignored. We are not ignoring you. We just pre-recorded because Shelly is very, very busy, and Tuesday nights do not work for her. And I should have said that in the beginning. But to all of you watching, if you're rewatching after this, we love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Shelly, thank you for being here. Eva, thank you for being here. We appreciate you, and hopefully we will see you again soon. And to everybody else, we will see you next Tuesday. Oh, wait, flex off. Wait, I'll do flex off. Ready? All right.
No,
ready?
Enjoy.
Go.
I only
Flex
do
on
it
out
for
here.
April. No requests. No, I get them. Well, you
Yeah.
do like we did on April Hunter's podcast. No, I won't, bitch. You have to watch April Hunter's podcast to see me do this, okay?
Throw me some money.
Give her your money. Support her podcast.
There
That's
you
the
go.
only way you see my boobs dance.
Yeah. All right. We will see you
Awesome.
soon. Lots of love. Mwah. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to flex you